Hey you guys, I'm Stacy and this is Gorgeously Aging. Thank you so much for joining me. For those of you interested, I wanted to keep you updated on my healing and progress since my gastric sleeve surgery. Today is 1 week post-surgery and a lot of changes have happened in this past week. So in today's video, I'm going to share my progress as far as healing, weight loss, what I'm eating, and just kind of the downsides of consuming so few calories during that liquid diet period. So for the first 2 weeks, you drink just a liquid diet, which is water basically, and protein drinks. So it's about 1/4 to 1/2 a cup of a protein drink every 2 hours. And then in between, you want to drink about a cup of water an hour. Toward the end of this video, I'll let you know my total weight loss. That'll include the week since surgery and the liquid diet for the week prior to surgery. So those 2 weeks combined. I'm also going to share with you the exercise that I've been able to tolerate and that's safe right after gastric surgery, and how my internal organs are kind of behaving right now. So I think one of the biggest downsides is that for a while you don't have much energy. That's just part of healing after surgery. Your energy expenditure is going towards healing, but also you're consuming so few calories that really you don't have a lot of calories to fuel you. I've still been able to get up and move around, take some short walks, but I definitely feel it after walking for 15 or 20 minutes. I definitely feel pretty tired. I think one of the biggest downsides besides not having much energy is a lack of sleep. I'm not sleeping very well. I'm sleeping for a couple hours at a time, waking up to use the bathroom or to get a sip of water, but just finding it difficult to be comfortable sleeping. The reasons for that are a couple different reasons. One is that my abdominal area is still sore, so if I move from side to side or move around in bed, I wake up usually feeling that. And also because of the trapped gas that's in your system, which now is getting much better for me, but in the first 3 or 4 days, that kind of pressed on my lungs and made it a little bit difficult to breathe. I breathe much better sitting up than laying down. I would also say setting expectations going into surgery, what it's going to be like. Prepare yourself for some discomfort, prepare yourself for some boredom. That's another thing that's been difficult for me, is the boredom. I'm definitely one that likes to stay busy, stay active, stay working, and being at home and not really feeling up to doing a whole lot except for watching TV or reading. At first it's really nice, but for me it gets really boring, and that's part of the downside of that first week after surgery. So preparing yourself for boredom or preparing some things for you to do that'll keep you occupied is important. I think if you set the expectation that this is a recovery from a pretty significant surgery and part of a major organ is being removed, and you set the expectation that there's going to be some discomfort, you're not going to be able to jump right back into your normal activities. Setting those expectations ahead of time makes that week after much easier. When I get mentally fatigued or kind of down in the dumps or really super bored, I just remind myself that each day I'm healing and it won't be long and I'll be back to my normal activities. One thing I didn't really prepare myself for was the amount of burping. So there is a fair bit of burping that happens after you drink some water or after you drink protein shakes. At least in my case, I usually have a little burp. Now, it's not some crazy belch or anything, but definitely you can tell that things are different and that, there's a little burping that's happening. And I think some of that is just that gas that is used in the abdomen during surgery. There's also a little bit more sound that your stomach makes. So I've noticed a little bit of gurgling here and there, but nothing substantial, nothing that's alarming. So for exercise in the first 3 days, 2 or 3 days, I just walked around the house. I then progressed to getting out to like Target where I could push a cart. I did have some times where I felt a little lightheaded, so holding a cart or, having someone walk with you is really helpful. And then I progressed to walking more without a cart. Today I walked unassisted without anybody with me, and that's about a week after surgery. I think it's important to get that exercise, but to not overdo it. You're still healing inside, and there's no reason to push yourself aggressively. I also walked on a treadmill for about 15 minutes, and that's nice because it does have the handrail, so if you feel a little lightheaded, you can grab the handrails. As far as strength training, in those first few weeks, you're not supposed to lift anything more than 10 pounds, but I have been doing just some arm raises and arm circles to tone my arms and doing what I can, overhead raises, and even using soup cans that aren't very heavy or light weights like 2 or 3 pound weights to do some curls and other arm exercises without twisting your abdominal muscles or engaging your core muscles. It's nice to get your arms a little bit toned. Sometimes if I'm on the couch and watching TV or just need a break from the book I'm reading, I'll just sit there and do some overhead raises with my hands with no weights, or do some tricep type exercises like this. And it's just something to do, and it's something you feel like you're doing something good for your health. And even though you can't use weights yet, you feel like you're getting kind of a mini little workout in. Of course, as the weeks progress and I can lift more weights, I'm definitely going back to weight training. And I think this is going to help prevent some skin sag. Now, the weight that I need to lose isn't going to be as tremendous as some people who go through the surgery where they lose hundreds of pounds. In that case, there is the concern of sagging skin. I may have a little sagging skin in my abdomen when I'm done, but I think for the most part with weight training, I will be able to offset any significant skin sagging. My goal for this has always been to take care of my health, to get off high blood pressure medications, to bring my cholesterol down, and to get feeling healthy and fit. Many of you guys know I kind of let my health go and didn't care much about myself during the grieving after my son's death. It'll be 2 years in August, and I really feel like he's kind of behind me, pushing me to take care of myself. So I want to do this as much for him as for me. So I want to do everything right, take care of myself, mind, body, and soul. So as far as weight loss, you guys, it's very difficult to commit to that liquid diet and high protein diet the week leading up to surgery and 2 weeks after. So it's been 2 weeks since I had any kind of solid food in my mouth. You would think that'd be horribly hard, but it really isn't. I think especially after surgery, you don't want to do anything to damage your stomach or to open up the stomach. So it's really important to follow that liquid diet. And you also start to see some significant progress in weight loss. So with that first week before surgery and the week since surgery, I've lost 20.8 pounds. So depending on your weight, that's what's going to dictate how much you lose per day. I've been seeing about a 1.5 pound weight loss per day. So mind you, basically I'm fasting with the exception of drinking about a quarter cup of a protein shake every 2 hours, which ends up being about one full 150 calorie drink. So I'm only getting about 150 calories per day, and that'll gradually increase as my stomach heals and can tolerate a little bit more. Now for me, I'm not having any serious food cravings. I think part of that is because I'm very focused on doing everything right. I want to have success. The cost of the surgery I paid out of pocket. And I think that's part of the reason, I made an investment. I was ready to do this, prepared mentally to do this. And so I want to do everything right to have the best results possible. For me, the number on the scale isn't the biggest goal. I mean, that's nice. It'll be nice to feel better in my own skin. It'll be nice to see progress that way. But really getting fit, feeling stronger, feeling healthier, both physically healthier and mentally healthier, and bringing down the high blood pressure and cholesterol, those are the things I'm most excited to achieve. You guys, I never would have thought that this type of surgery was available for people that are just overweight. I really always thought that this was only available to people who were morbidly obese. I think a lot of us have images of My 600-Pound Life, the show on TLC, and it just never occurred to me that somebody who didn't reach a certain BMI was eligible for this kind of surgery. So now the thing is that some insurances will pay for it if you are morbidly obese. And I have terrible insurance right now, and so regardless of my weight or BMI, it wouldn't have paid for the surgery. But there are many people who are lucky enough to go through this and have insurance pay for it. In some ways, as much as I would have loved to have an insurance that paid for the surgery, I'm kind of grateful that I had to invest my own money, because I feel like it makes me more focused on doing things the way they should be done and not doing anything that's going to prevent me from having success. Now, having said that, I'm sure there'll be some setbacks, and I know it's a long road ahead to get my health back and my fitness back, but I'm definitely focused and definitely committed to it. So I'm hoping to be able to show you guys my progress in the weeks and months to come. Not only weight loss progress, but physical fitness progress, strength training progress, and just mentally feeling better about myself. Grieving really took a toll not only on my mind, body, health, just every aspect of my life, but it also made me realize how precious life is and that I didn't want to just be lost in the abyss of sadness. I think there's so many people that get to that postmenopausal age, or any age really, that start to feel like they've lost their life, or they want to take their life back, or somehow they've gotten sidetracked and are not taking care of themselves, whatever the situation may be. And for me, this is a catalyst of taking my life back. Of course, gastric surgery is an extreme measure, but I think for me, it was the thing that was really going to make me be committed. Not to mention underlying health issues like thyroid, and then being postmenopausal, being 52. All of those things made it much more difficult to lose weight and keep the weight off. Now, gastric surgery is by no means a magic pill or the easy way out. You really have to commit to that liquid diet for 3 weeks, and then a pureed diet for a week, and then soft foods for a while. So it's not easy. After that, there is a long-term commitment to smaller amounts of food, high protein, but it is an assist, and it is a way to lose the weight and to be focused constantly on making sure that what you put in your body is the nutrients that you need. So for those of you out there on your sleeve journey or any weight loss or self-improvement journey, I'm wishing you all the absolute best. I'm wishing you success at love and healing. Life is sometimes complicated, difficult, and we can lose ourselves along the way. So for those of you who need to hear this, you are beautiful and worthy of taking care of yourself, taking your life back, and being the best self that you can be. There are always going to be bumps in the road, but putting in the effort not only feels good, but can lead us to feeling better about ourselves. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you spending a piece of your day with me. Be good to yourselves and to others. I will see you next time.